Hi there, and welcome back to some Sunday League football at Quake F.C. Today marks our fourth game of the season, and this time we faced up against a team called Municipal. All we know about this team is that they reached the playoffs from last season, so they're obviously not a bad side. Last season's playoffs running late has meant that our opponents today have only played 2 league games so far this season. In these 2 games, they narrowly beat our opponents from last week 3-2 and lost to Chelsea, our week 2 opponents, 3-0. So it could go either way. At any rate, I think we're in for a good game. As you can see, we still sit comfortably at the top of the table, 3 points ahead of second place Chelsea. We'll want to keep that momentum going today. Our lineup sees us with one big absence at the back. We'll be without the services of our Eric Dyer lookalike at centre-back, Corey, for at least 2 months after he suffered a broken leg midweek. With that in mind, our lineup is as follows. Nathan in goal, Waden brought in at left-back, Jonathan and Ivan at centre-back, and myself at right-back. Raymond, Jake and Austin make up the trio in midfield, and Daniel and Frank are out wide, with Colby starting up front. 2 to choose from on the bench with Oscar and Zach. Let's get on with it. We start here with an out-of-focus kickoff, followed by an out-of-focus shot, which goes well wide of the target, and we continue again with an out-of-focus corner. That ball comes in and we fail to deal with it until it reaches Daniel at the back post, who tries to come forward with it, gets caught out, but Frank picks it up and tries to play it back to Daniel before he then gets caught out. Now this skinhead looking guy is on the ball and he's played it back, and once the camera pans around and shouts a handball, they try to play it through, number 6, and that's just gone straight into Nathan. We join the action here with a free kick as they're looking to play this one in, and that has gone straight into Nathan's arms. We'll continue here with Frank pulling the ball forward and putting that one straight into the back of the net. As we run into Quake here, we've got a better angle for you now. This is the first episode of the season where we've got multiple camera angles, and there you go, Frank finishing that one nicely. That's 1-0 Quake. You know, we've had one replay. Let's give you a slow-mo one. Here's a kick-off for you. And now we've got Frank picking up the ball around halfway. He plays that one into Colby, who plays a nice little ball over the top. Beanie looks to be dealing with this one, and Frank's chasing it down, and number 4's come in there with a slide tackle that I'm not sure was necessary, but we move on. Anyway, Austin's got the ball here from that resulting throw-in, has a swipe at it, but it goes wide. Now I want you to have a look here because this is just laughable officiating. As you can see, the ball's in open play because Nathan's got it in his hands. And the ref's blown his whistle there, and I'm not really sure why. Jake, looking the other direction, has assumed the player's stopped because the ref's blown his whistle and he's picked himself a yellow card up for his troubles. Now, when I was growing up and learning how to play football, I was always taught that if the ball's in open play and the ref blows his whistle, that you should stop playing. Anyway, this is just the standard of refereeing that we're going to have to become accustomed to if we want to keep playing in this league. From the resulting free kick, Beanie has put it up and into the box and Nathan's gathered it. So nothing's really come of it other than that one of our players has got a yellow card that he doesn't deserve. Anyway, Frank's picking the ball up here and trying to bring that forward, but that's been cut out. With these videos, I do like to try and be fair and have a look at both sides and see how they played and reflect the actual nature of the game. So here's a nice little move that they put together. I'm closing that one down and I've put in a slide tackle there and won the ball. Obviously they don't see it that way, even though the ball went flying up the other direction. Ref's seen it though, and he's given a throw-in. We're going to take this one. Daniel's going to be there at the front post to see that one out. It's been a while since we've had some questionable refereeing, isn't it? Let's change that. Lino on the near side here has told me that that is a foul throw. Let's have a look at some rules. As you can read from the highlighted part on the throw-in basic soccer rules, although part of the foot is in the field of play, the foot is considered to be on the touchline and legal if any part of the foot is touching the touchline, meaning that my foot would have had to be all the way over the touchline for it to be a foul throw. I should point out that the ref on the near side was the centre ref from last week, you know, the one who missed all the penalties. With the rules in mind, let's have a replay. Oh look, my foot's not all the way across the line. Anyway, we've got to move on, and we do, with a throw-in for them. But later on, I've got another throw-in. You can see me look at the ground, and, oh, what a surprise! It's been blown up for another foul throw. As you can see me look at the ground, foot is also not over the line. Throwing saga continues here, and I remember this guy. He was the ref when we played Chelsea. Someone who hasn't refereed one of our previous games is their number 18, who's going to lose out here to Jonathan. Jonathan's going to bring that one forward, and 18 wants a little bit of revenge, and he's just going to shove him over. You can see here it looks quite painful for Jonathan. Look at his knee, and then he's going to land on his shoulder. Jonathan's 6'4", so when he hits the ground from his height, he's going to hit it hard. He's come off after this, and we found out that he's actually broken his collarbone, which means that he's going to be out for a long time. It's moments like these that really make me question the standard of refereeing, because that should have been a yellow card, but it wasn't, at least. Anyway, Zach's picking the ball up here, and there's another foul that's gone in. These calls keep not going our way, and we've just got to keep calm if we want to get anything out of this game, because it's on a knife edge. Anyway, here's Austin scoring.
Yes!
There you go, and that's how you respond to having calls not go your way. Colby's played that into Austin. He's done a lovely job of getting that out of his feet, and he's put that one away. So this is why I like having this other camera angle. You get to see things that you don't normally see when it's all the way on the other side of the pitch. Austin's done a really nice job of getting that out of his feet there, and just putting that one past the keeper like he wasn't even there. They're going to start again here with a kick-off, and Daniel's going to put their number 12 under pressure. He's going to play that one backwards. And here's Daniel putting the keeper under pressure, and that's a good thing he's done there, because now Frank's able to win that header, and he's done really well to do that. Colby's going to play it back into Frank at this point, and then he's going to receive a nice little 1-2. Play that straight into the keeper's arms, and he's unlucky not to score there. Ball's in the air now, and Austin's won that. It's gone to Colby, and he's played that one out wide to Daniel. Daniel's in a really good position here if he can get the ball in, which he does, and the keeper's spilled it. It's gone to Colby, and that's 3-0. That's a good finish and a good little bit of anticipation from Colby there. As you can see, the ball's coming in. Keeper's not dealt with it, and it's gone straight onto the head of Colby. Here's a little bit of slow-mo for you. Love a bit of slow-mo. There you go, and he's just lobbed the keeper. Beautiful stuff from Quake FC. At 3-0, we finally look like we've taken a bit of control over this game. So they've got a kick-off, and we are here with a free kick as I step up to take it, and that's a poor one over the wall but into the keeper's arms. Here's half-time. As it's half-time, I'm just going to ask a little something of you, and that is to hit that little red subscribe button on the right-hand side. By subscribing to us, you allow yourself to keep up to date with all of our games and videos and little fun challenges that we do, like a bird box penalty challenge. You wouldn't want to miss that now, would you? As the second half begins, we've had a little reshuffle. Zach's come in at left back, and we've had to put Oscar on at centre back with Ivan due to Jonathan's injury. Zach's going to pick the ball up here and poke it past his man again, who's sliding in again, missing the ball again, and again. There's no yellow card. Anyway, that ball's sent forward, and Daniel's won his header, put it through to Colby, and he hasn't hit that quite as clean as I think he might have wanted to. And now the keeper's got the ball. Keeper's sending that one forward, and Ivan's missed it. Nathan can get it. Nathan's going to roll this one out to me on the right-hand side. I'm going to take it forward before looking for Ray. Fine, Ray's touch pulls him backwards, and it's back into me before taking the touch. And giving it back to Raymond. Raymond's going to play it forward to Austin, who opens up his body and plays the ball out to Daniel. Daniel's got a lot of space on that right-hand side, so he's going to put his cross in, and it falls to Jake, who's much better with the ball at his feet than in the air. They've got the ball now, and they're going to play it forward. Ivan's going to close this man down and put it out for a corner. Good defending. Corner's coming in now, and they're going to look to head towards goal, which they do, but it's going wide, and I'll clear off the touchline. Only as far as Beanie here, who's going to try and head this one back in, but Raymond's going to pick it up and get fouled. Throw in here on the near side from Ivan into Raymond. Raymond's going to lose out here to the number 22, but show a good bit of work rate to go and win it back before trying to come away. Frank's not happy with the tackle of the number 22 though, and gives him a push. Number 22 gets up and tries to start a scrap with him. I'm not a betting man, but I wouldn't put any money on number 22 in that, as they both receive yellow cards for it. Ref's given a drop ball here, and Raymond's going to take his time giving it back to them, and number 22 has decided that actually meant that he can just take it and run forward. Now, I would be surprised if he got a second yellow for that, not because it would be the wrong decision, but because, you know, refs in this league are a bit dodgy. Anyway, I've got the ball here, picking that up on the right-hand side. I've gone past one man before looking to play it up the line to Daniel. It was a bit of a poor ball, a bit behind him, and he's had to play that back to Austin, who plays an absolute peach of a ball out to Zach here on the near side, who tries to get it into Frank, but he's lost out. Got a free kick here on this near side. Raymond's going to play this one short.
What the hell was that?
Try to. Anyway, they come away with the ball here, and Raymond's chasing him down, and he looks to have won the ball from him. 16's down, and I think he's been caught in the face by Raymond there. Anyway, we've got a throw in on the near side. Austin takes it into Frank, and he plays it up. Tries to get the 1-2 from Colby, but the ball's escaped him. I picked up the ball and I'm running it forward. I've taken it past a couple of guys, and I'm going to try and put this in for Colby, but it's just ahead of him too much. Here we have the ball played over the top. Oscar's failed to deal with it, and Ivan's going to clear this out to the near side, and have a look at this. We can stop being distracted here with a throw on the near side. Number 8's been given way too much time, but he's going to send that one wide. We rejoin the action here with the ball in the air, and Jake winning his header here. And maybe I should have put Careless Whisper over this bit, because have a look at this control from the lads. Frank's chasing the ball down here. He's going to play it inside, and there's a late challenge on him there, but we've played on. Austin's going to put this one into the box, and the keeper's just about gathered that one. They've got a corner coming in now, and it's headed straight into the arms of Nathan, who's going to spray this one out to Austin. Austin's going to take a look up and play that one over, but apparently Daniel was offside. Ball's in the air now. It's coming over. They've controlled it. Had a swipe at it, and that's straight into the arms of Nathan. They're going to clear this one out here to their number 20, who's going to take a touch and just put this one and try and put it back to Beanie. Raymond's muscled him off there, but not by doing a lot, and he's just going to mock their defence here by dribbling through them all and winning a penalty for handball. Raymond steps up to take the penalty, and that's straight in the bottom corner. Easy as you like. That's 4-0 to Quake, and it looks like we've got this one in the bag. 4-0's a comfortable scoreline getting towards the end of the game, and we're going to really try and not let this one slip. As they play a ball forward, and I slide in and win the ball. It's turned into a half-decent ball for Daniel, but not quite good enough as we've lost possession. They've cleared it only as far as Austin, who chests it down to Raymond, and apparently that's a foul. None of us are really sure what the foul's for though, and they are going to try and play it quickly here with Beanie all the way on the left-hand side of your screen. He's going to play it up towards their number 22, and the ref's having absolutely none of that, as he's still trying to sort out why he gave the foul. I guess he's still trying to figure it out though, and Colby's got himself a yellow card for asking, which isn't the most deserving yellow card I've seen today. But we've got to move on, as they play the free kick forward, and I can't really see what's going on. When the camera eventually does move over, we see Oscar's on the ball, and he's beating a couple of men from centre-back before playing a ball into Jake, who loses out to Beanie here, and apparently that's a foul. They can take this free kick from nowhere near where the foul was, and they're going to play this one forwards. He's headed on, and Nathan comes to gather it, but they've kicked Nathan in the chest. I'm going to come over and try and usher him out of the box, and he's punched me in the face. Now, what I think is interesting about this is this guy gets a red card, is he's the ref from the Chelsea game. I'm not really sure what's going on here with the refereeing, but you'll see that I've also received a red card. I'm not entirely sure what it was for, so maybe a yellow, you know, for trying to get him out of the box. I guess I pushed him a bit, but I mean, there's overreacting and then there's that. I don't know. 10 men on the pitch now as they come forward, and I don't know if you heard that, but that was the sound of their forward slapping Jake on the back. And not wanting another of his players punched in the face, Nathan's come up and got the guy off of him. Jake already on a yellow card from that incident earlier where the ref blew his whistle in the middle of play and Jake stopped play. Has received a second yellow and he's now off. Now, I don't want to keep harping on about the quality of the refereeing in this league, but I don't know what to say anymore. I mean, yeah, Jake shouldn't have pushed him. That's a yellow card on its own, but I just don't know what to say anymore. So we got 2 players red carded now, down to 9 men as we try and finish this game out. Nathan takes a goal kick, it's one in the middle, but Zach's picked it up. He's going to do a step over and play it into Austin. Austin's then going to try and spray the ball out towards Daniel, but he's going to almost lose out and pick the ball back up as he looks to dribble past a couple more players. He has now lost out, and they're attacking down the wing. Ivan's looking to win that ball there, but he hasn't, and that's gone through to Nathan, who gets out the way very quickly. Very late on now, but Austin's still got it in it to make an absolute mockery of their players as he puts that one through his legs. I mean, just look at this. Look at the control, the composure to just push that through his legs. Absolutely wonderful. I'll have a final whistle, please, ref. There we go. We keep our first clean sheet of the season as we win 4-0 over Municipal. As you can see, following that win, we are still firmly at the top of the table with 4 wins from 4, having scored 16 goals and only conceding 7. That's a pretty good record for your first season in a league, if you ask me. All the way down at the bottom is Aguas Calientes, who have only played 1 game, which they lost. Interestingly enough, Aguas Calientes won the league last season. They have got a lot of games in hand, but it'll be interesting to see how this season shapes up for them. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.